morning. Here we go. Happy Tuesday. Let's see what today will bring. Pretty excited. Hopefully, if we have a few of you come on, I've got some questions about meat sourcing and, just community in general. See what y'all have in place where you're at and how I can do that myself. That's uber important to me. So hopefully you all hop on. I know probably 5 days a week. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? Not Jenny, Ashley. I'm sorry. I know who you are. I promise. Mwah. How was laundry yesterday? Man, girl, I'm so sorry about your washer being out because, we're so spoiled, aren't we? To not have to go to the laundromat. Man, I can't remember the last time I had to do that. I remember. Hi, Kimmy. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I have you guys again. So exciting. So I saw your comment, Kimmy, that you love scarves, and that really excites me. Oh, good. The dryer's still working. So you wash them and take them home and dry them. Perfect. Yeah, so maybe I'll whip up some scarves. My first day was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was so busy. Bob and I, well, it's a property management business, so we had all kinds of, rent payments coming in to deal with. What was cool is because it was a holiday, because it was a holiday, oh my gosh, sorry. It was pretty quiet. The phones weren't ringing, you know what I mean? So I was able to get some quality time with Bob. Yeah. So that was good. I've got my hand on this camera. Really got to figure this situation out. I was watching it back this morning and it was like, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Bouncing around all the time. Whatever. Oh my gosh. I'll get it dialed in. I promise, because this is just way too much fun. And if you don't have time to hop on, that's great too. But I think, listen, starting the day out with, friends that you trust, that are encouraging and uplifting, and just, I don't really have very many men on my channel, if any. I think obviously I have people that are subscribers that are men, but they never comment. So, yeah, I was just thinking about that this morning. How fun it is to start the day out, as homesteaders. Well, Kimmy and Heather, you're lucky because you have each other. But sometimes, a lot of my gals on here, they, maybe they don't get a whole lot of human interaction, or maybe they're, moms and their interaction is all kids. And you know how that is. Sometimes you need to chit chat with your girlfriends. So, for me at least, this was so much fun, and I thank you all so much for wishing me a fabulous first day. It was amazing. Bob, like I said, we we probably took in about 15 rental payments yesterday, and then we went to lunch, which was nice. I don't go out much anymore. Of course, oh my gosh, food is just way too expensive. What he paid for our lunch a piece yesterday, we used to pay for dinners, and maybe not even that much. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so today I really want to talk about ideas any of you might have on sourcing. I know CNC, you were saying you're looking for, CNC, Ashley, you're looking for local farmers and sourcing. I know, right? You wish you had a husband. Well, sweetie, that's out of our hands, and when the time's right, the Lord will bless you with a perfect man, won't he? Just embrace your time now. Embrace your time now. Oh my gosh, expensive is, I just refuse to pay the money. Yeah, so when I, knew that I had to set up a new routine on going to the office every day, the first thing I did was set out all my clothes for the week. Now, I set out all my clothes for the week, but not necessarily the day that I wear them, because I'm the type of person that, I have to be feeling it. Good timing. Yes, that's right. God's timing. God's timing, girlfriend. Just embrace that and quit worrying about it. The perfect man is going to step into your life. We are all exactly where we're supposed to be. Sometimes we get impatient, don't we? But, I've learned this, and yet I know I do fret a little bit at times. But, the times when we don't have the things that we want and we're yearning for them, we need to work on getting ready for what we want. Does that make sense? For instance, saying that you want a husband, I mean, how would you really work that into your life right now? Honestly, you're not exactly ready, but you're working on it, right? Just keep focusing on that. Just keep focusing on the fact that you are being diligent, you are being faithful, and you are getting ready for the blessing that is coming your way. That's what I want you to concentrate on, Kimmy. That's it, because you will be blessed. Your heart's desire, the desire was put there for a reason. You don't just have a desire for no reason. So you'll get there. And then the perfect situation will come along and you will just be mind blown. You will. I believe it 100%. Of course you know. Of course you know. But good to know, because now I can pray accordingly. Help you. Pray for Kimmy to get ready. Be in the season of getting ready for her blessings. I love it. You're having so much fun. It's really been fun watching you from when you first were there until now. Actually, I don't think that I saw you exactly when you were first there. So here's the deal. I started watching Heather when she was renovating her RV. I just had fun watching her, and things were totally different then. She had actually plans for a house at the time that she was looking at, and it was really cold, and she would walk around the property, and there was snow, and it was really cool. But yeah, she struggled a little bit in the cold in that RV in the very beginning. And then with a cowboy. Okay, I'll be specific. And then I don't know what happened, but I didn't watch her for a little bit, and I don't even know what happened. It's probably just life, you know how that goes. And then I picked up again, I want to say last summer. I think that's right. And then Kimmy, you were already there. I didn't see when you first came there, and I haven't had time to go back and watch. I'm gonna have to do that because I really want to see that. But just, when you started your channel, and it's so fun to watch how much you love the bees. Because that's your heart, and you own it, and you're learning, and you have studied it, and you come across very knowledgeable. And that's the thing, when we're sharing, we are merely on here sharing what our heart's desires are, what we're going through, what we're doing currently, what we already know, and that's it. That's all we're supposed to do. We take a gift or a passion or a love of our hearts, and we share that. I know bees are a passion of yours, sweetie. I can tell. And that's the thing, you're authentic, and that's what you're supposed to do. Share that authenticity with the world. That's a gift you have within you, and you can't deny it, because that's what's going to bring you, just success and fulfillment, doing what Kimmy is passionate about. Obviously, you have a blast with Heather. I'm not saying that you don't enjoy being a part of 'Cause We Can Farms, because I know you do. but this is something that is a passion on your heart, and I think it's awesome. And your spin on growing up country, oh my gosh, that is so perfect. And it's so fun to hear the things that you learn along the way from coming from the city. I just love it. Heather, I was looking back and you mentioned quail as well. And so a little bit of history. I grew up, my dad was a hunter, and so he would go elk hunting, duck hunting. I mean, I ate all kinds of things when I was younger, but my dad and my mom divorced when I was pretty young. I was 9, I think. You laugh a lot. Oh my gosh, it was so funny on New Year's Eve. You guys were cracking up, and I just love that. You can't help but smile and chuckle. And I'm sorry, but when you're laughing and smiling and chuckling, you cannot be sad. You just can't. It's such good medicine. Oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I do. I forgot what I was talking about. That's gonna happen. But anyway, so sourcing of meat. Oh yeah, Heather, I was talking about, you mentioned quail. And so, yeah, I mean, I grew up with all that stuff when I was really young, and then nothing for a while. And then we're quiet. And I know, here's the thing, I don't like the gamey taste. I heard you guys talking about deer the other night, and I had no idea there was different flavors from different places. My dad would always go hunting in Colorado. So I'm not sure how that fares with anything else, but you know, he always came home with some sort of meat. He fished. So, you know, I was around all that. I just don't remember what it tasted like. I remember what all those little quails look like when you're getting ready to cook them. I used to help clean them, right? Pull out feathers and all that stuff. But I didn't know them, you know, as birds. Like, they weren't pets. So maybe that quail, I guess some people raise quail for that, but my dad would hunt them. He didn't raise them. Any of the meat he got was all from hunting. I do remember that I like the duck, which is interesting because duck is a dark meat, and I'm not typically one that likes dark meat. But I remember my mom cooking duck. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have skills on all that? Grain, they wouldn't be as gamey. Oh, okay. Got you. Well, yeah, so my dad always hunted wild, you know, so maybe that's why it was so gamey. I just didn't care for it, the taste. But I did like duck. And it's so funny, I've never had duck since. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting to look back our eating patterns and, you know, what we develop. And, you know, fast food, unfortunately, has been a part of my life because, you know, working so hard and not being prepared. You know, you have to eat healthy on purpose, you know, get your intention out there and make it a priority. It has to be a priority. And, you know, I just turned 61. They're loud. They're loud, and I guess they're stinky. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't know that on our personal property that we'll have. I don't know. We might raise chickens, and maybe we'll do the rabbits. I don't know. But we won't be doing a lot of different things because yeah, we'll need the freedom to be able to travel. Rabbit, squirrel, and deer. Yeah, deer's gamey. It is gamey. I don't care for it. Actually, elk is better than venison all day long. That I will tell you. I would eat elk more than I would the venison. I didn't care for it. You know, I think that some people don't cook it properly either. My mom was really good at cooking all that stuff. She had a lot of practice, but you know, because Dad was always hunting something. But my dad had bird dogs, you know, and he had, what the heck are they? Why can't I think of the name of the dog we had? German short hair, yeah. That's what we had. Good dogs, man. Beautiful dogs. Great personalities. But he would go hunting, for birds, and then they would go and get the birds and bring them back. So Mom cooked a lot of bird, but I'm trying to think, quail, but there was another, isn't there another bird that they would hunt? Yeah, how it's processed. So I saw that when you guys were talking about that, or maybe I saw it on a show. I don't know. I watch a lot of shows just trying to learn all this stuff. It's so fascinating to me. And there's been a lot of butchering, even of beef lately, and watching a family sow the land. They just slaughtered a cow and they processed it themselves. What a lot of work that is. Wow. But it was, it was a family affair, and there's just such beauty in that. I love that. Obviously, I won't have that myself, but, I just love that era. All of that. Homesteading in general. It's my heart. It absolutely is my heart. It's who I am down in my soul. Definitely. Well, there's definitely a lot more traffic. I was so thankful. Okay, so yesterday we had a rainstorm pull in, and we're going to have another one. I'm not sure. It's not supposed to rain today. The sun's out, but I don't know about y'all, but rain and my hair don't get along. So I was hoping to be able to wear my hair up today because it was raining, but it's not raining, so I can't have that excuse. So, but I'm thankful last night when I was coming home that there wasn't much traffic, because it had just started raining and it was raining hard. Raining hard on the freeway. These people, they drive crazy. Crazy. See, all this driving stuff, this is city stuff. I want to be home in my garden playing with my dog. Oh my goodness. It's so funny, Heather, I have to tell you, somebody really made a nasty remark about my dog. It was in a short, and it's my fault because, I was trying to get some views, and so I showed something. But listen, my dog was, there was a cat that was on the fence. The cat was never in danger. I knew that. She can't get to them, but she goes nuts. I don't know what the deal is. I told my husband, I really want to get a cat that's part of our family so that she calms down about cats, because I know, listen, when her brother was alive, the neighbors behind us, we used to have these bratty kids that they threw a kitten over the fence. And so our dogs, I was so afraid that they were going to kill that kitten, but they didn't. What did they do? They ran over to that kitten, and they were barking, and then that cat hissed at it, and they were like, whoa, what is that? And then the cat was, striking at them, and they just left the cat alone. They didn't hurt the cat. So I know that she would never hurt a cat. She likes to chase. She won't even fetch a ball. Like, she loves to run after the ball. She taps it, as you guys may have seen in a short. She'll tap it and then run back to me like, tag, I touched it, Mom. But she would never hurt it. But anyway, when she's in that mode, she doesn't listen. And I don't know if I get close enough to her, she will listen to me. But if I'm far away, she won't listen to me. And I'm not sure what that is, Heather. Maybe you can shed some light on that, because the person was really nasty, saying, you don't have control of your dog. You should really learn to, train that dog to be better and listen and la la la. I'm like, oh my gosh, calm down. But whatever. I mean, she wasn't listening to me. She wasn't going to listen to me because she was going after that cat. She wanted that cat. She didn't want to eat the cat. She didn't want to kill the cat. She's not that kind of a dog. But anyway, I let it go. But that was probably one of the few times that I've had a nasty remark. And it was on a short. Somebody who didn't even know me, had no idea who I was. So that's what you get, I guess, when you're doing a short and capturing an audience that doesn't really know you. So what else? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So anyway, Ashley, how are we going to find community, because Jessica Sowers was talking about building a community, and that's it. You need a community. Heather, I feel like you and Kimmy experience community up there in northern Idaho, and y'all help one another, and that's the key. Finding other people around you. You all have your own special gifts. You all bring something different to the table. Being self-sustaining all by yourself is not the way it was meant to be. It was meant to, be a community and help one another, and everybody brings to the table what they're good at and what they focus on, and that's what I want. But I truly need to source some good meat that's not going to break the bank. So, but right now I'm on the hunt for chickens, so I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna figure out how I can source chickens, because I really don't want to do the store-bought. Man, those slaughterhouses, it's just horrible. And people get all crazy on these homesteading channels when people grow meat birds, and how can you do that? And it's like, well, that's more responsible, and you bless that chicken and give it a good life, and then it gives you life. People don't understand that. It's so funny. I understand it's a different way of thinking for the majority. Just see a truck driving down the road, a semi with all these chickens stuffed into these baskets, and the wind blowing, and it's just horrible what they go through. What about that? You'd rather buy a chicken like that than raise one humanely, give it a good life, and it doesn't even know its worst day. They don't even know it. If you process them properly, they don't even know it. Oh, really? Interesting. You'll have to share that with me, Heather. Yeah, I just love to learn it all. Can't learn it all at the same time, but definitely need to source some. I know you keep saying rabbit. I don't know. I'm gonna watch you. Just let me know when you're. Well, I'll see it. I watch every one of your videos, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to learning more about it. It seems like they might be an easy way to source meat. Even in a backyard. So, it kind of really would work in nicely with my channel. So maybe I do need to think about it. My husband tried to tell me I couldn't have a garden if I was going to the office every day. I'm like, you're crazy. Of course I can. So what's going on right now is I've been the broker for this business for the last 6 years. But the gentleman 6 years ago, November, and he had never gotten his broker's license, and so he now had his business and no broker. So anyway, I agreed to come on board with him, and now he's retiring, and so I'm in the office with him now for 90 days, learning how he how he processes everything, getting to know his owners of the properties and his tenants and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then down the road, I plan on automating a lot of things. I won't need to be in the office all the time. So by the time the garden really kicks in, I'll have a lot of things dialed in to where I'm not required to be in the office every day, or I can go in at 10 or 11 and spend the morning in my garden. So I got it all figured out. But it's gonna be a crazy schedule for 90 days, and that's okay. I'm up for it. I'm game. The day flew by yesterday, but I do have to be very intentional about what I'm going to do each day, because let's face it, I'm 61 and I can't, I just don't have the, I can't do as much as I used to. It's not that being in the office is hard work. It's just that, the commute time, and then you're there all day and busy, and then you drive home, and then you get home and you're like, poof, you're tired. So I have about an hour in the mornings where I have some me time. So this morning I watched the live back and got to see all your comments, because I honestly did not have time to look at them yesterday. And by the time I got home, my husband leaves for work at night at 8:52 p.m. and so I use that's the only time I really get to see him. So I'm not going to be working on anything when I get home. Plus, I'm so tired. I don't want to work on anything. So anyway, too funny. But anywho, well, gosh, guys, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's something you want to chat about tomorrow. I always, listen, I can talk. Me and Kimmy, not Kimmy, Heather. Heather and I, we can talk. Because that's what we do. We're social people and we talk. But yeah, that's sourcing meat, and I guess I'm really going to have to dive into the rabbit thing, Heather. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and hop off now. I'm almost to my off-ramp, but it's really crazy busy on this road, so I want to pay attention, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Mwah. I'm holding this darn thing so it's not shaking so much like it did yesterday. You too, Ashley. Have a great day. And Heather and Kimmy, I'll make you some scarves. I've got an idea of what I want to do for you. So, and I'll get all that into the mail maybe next week. I promise I will get it in the mail to you, though. All right? Okay, guys. I got to run. Whoop. Bless you, Kimmy. Mwah. Bye now.